Good morning. Hey. How's everybody doing today? I'm gonna put this out there right now, and you have to go ahead and excuse my voice because it's allergy season. Shoot, last night I was like, "Is that you, Rona?" But I was like, "No, it's just allergies or whatever." But I think everybody's kind of scared about that right now because we all know you start to feel a little bit sick. You start praying like, "Oh Jesus, please don't let it be Rona." But anyhow, so I just want to tell you right now that, I got something going on with my voice. But good morning. I'm so happy to see everybody. Um, so today we are going to continue our journey talking about purpose and how to get there and some things we need to think about and consider while we're on this journey to finding purpose. Today is important because in the past, for me and a lot of people that I've talked to that's been on this journey with me, the one of the number one things that stops you from searching for your purpose is mental stamina. Okay, so mental stamina was very much an obstacle for me for several years. And even now, I have to go back and I have to be like, okay, so this is what it is. And so we know, we've seen this before. You ever been like that? Like, I've seen this before, so I know how to respond to this one. So that's kind of how you have to treat mental stamina. But I want to talk to you about a couple things just to give you a heads up so that as you're on your way, you know how to get past it. So, the first thing to know about mental stamina is emotional control. Okay? Those feelings that feel so real, most of the time they're not. They come and they lie to you and they tell you that this is going on behind your back or this is why that didn't happen and you should feel like this and tell them to sit down because we have to learn how to control our feelings as we move forward because they're not going anywhere, but we have to learn to live with them, okay? So you need to be aware of when your feelings are in control because then you've got to figure out a game plan on how to stop that. And also, you need to figure out what triggers it. Did something happen that looks like the same thing that happened before? So, therefore, you have this same feeling that is based on something that happened from the past. So, you've got to figure out how to control those feelings and how to identify your triggers. The biggest thing about this is just being aware of when your feelings are very much in control and when it's a situation where they possibly could not be telling you the truth. Okay, so sometimes our feelings are valid, but if we really think about it, a lot of times our feelings are not valid and it's something that our mind has made up, and so it's telling us that this is why we should feel that way. So just be aware of that. Second thing is, this is a big one. So mentally, when you see an obstacle set before you, a lot of times it can paralyze you, especially if it's a big obstacle. For me, that's what happened a lot of times. I see the obstacle, I see my vision, I know what I'm trying to do, and I believe, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. But then I see what it's going to take to make it happen. And then I get intimidated. And I'm like, yeah, maybe that's not it. I'm not meant to do that. So don't let obstacles intimidate you. We are not supposed to be intimidated by the obstacles, whether it's the size of it, the number of obstacles that you have to go through. Don't let that intimidate you because that's training ground. Okay? Whatever we're going to go through and we're going to do it because we know we have to go through it to get to the other side. So don't let obstacles intimidate you. And then the last thing I want to talk about is negative past events. Okay? That's a biggie, y'all, because mentally we have started to process the negative past events as a way to predict the future. Okay, now I'm not a psychologist, but I'm telling you based on my own experience and the experience of others that I've talked to, we have used negative past events to predict if we should do something in the future. And it's kind of true, but it's not. So, what I mean by that is this: negative past events, failures, we'll just call them, they teach you what not to do again. Okay, so a lot of people are like, I don't want to fail, I don't want to fail. Well, guess what? You need to fail because if you don't fail, then you're not trying. Failure is part of this game. Okay, you know how they say there's levels to this? Well, there's levels to it because failure is part of it. You cannot be afraid to fail because you need that. It's going to teach you a lot. It's going to build your mental stamina. It's going to build your perseverance. Like, you're going to know some things. When I get to the point where I see, I would rather have failed than to fail when I get there. Okay, so just like if you were, let's say you're going to be a millionaire and you were going to do so many community projects and things, but you got to the point of being a millionaire and you don't know how to manage your money. So you fail at being a millionaire and have all these community projects because you don't know how to manage money. So I would rather figure out and fail at managing money early on before I get to that point. Okay, so failure is part of it. It's training ground as well. Okay, so I know that I go over my minutes, but this is so good and I have so much I need to say, and I try to break it down, in smaller segments. But anyhow, these are things that we need to focus on, guys. So as you move forward and you try to figure out your purpose, these are essential. These are keys. And I will be giving you some more later on this week, but focus on that. So today I have a question for you I'm going to leave you with. Can you identify some of your trigger points? And how do you handle those trigger points, or do they handle you? Okay, so that's my question for today. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Keep on grinding for that purpose. Peace.